Hello everyone, we're going to one final game recap video of the season. We found out who won the Stanley Cup in Game 7. We'll get to what happened there coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the Internet Talk channel. Before we get this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Thank you for your support. We're never able to without you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. And don't forget to comment down in the comment section below discussing all discussed in today's video. Now, I'll just go over quickly what happened in the Stanley Cup Final. So, Game 1, the Panthers really took it to the Oilers. Oilers played a really good game in Game 1, but the Oilers weren't able to get a goal on Bobrovsky. Panthers got a couple, an empty netter, and were able to shut them out 3-0. So, that gave the Panthers a 1-0 lead in the series. Game 2, similar story. Oilers were actually able to score the opening goal in the first period, but then the Panthers would roll their way back, tie it in the second, score 3 in the third to give them a 4-1 win. That would give them a 2-0 lead heading back to Edmonton. Then in Edmonton, they were able to open the scoring, take a 1-0 lead into the second period. The Oilers were tied up early in the second before the Panthers would score 3 straight goals to give them a 4-1 lead. Oilers made it close, but was not enough as the Oilers wound up dropping another one, this time in Edmonton, 4-3 to Florida. So that gave Florida a 3-0 series lead. They only needed one win to wind up winning the Stanley Cup, but they weren't able to get that in Game 4. The Oilers came out flying, were able to get out to a 2-0 lead. Panthers make it 2-1, and then eventually 3-1 after 1, 6-1 after 2, and then 8-1 at the end of the game. It was a destroyment of a game from the Edmonton Oilers. They go back to Florida, with Florida having another chance to win it, now up 3-1. The Oilers once again started really well. They're up 3-0 early. The Panthers make it 3-1. Oilers make it 4-1. Panthers scored a couple of goals late second, early third period goal to make it 4-3, and it was a really close, entertaining game, but the Oilers were able to get the empty netter put away and win 5-3, so it was a really interesting game there, but the Oilers would make it a 3-2 series. They head back to Edmonton for Game 6. That was another interesting game. Oilers were able to get a 2-0 lead early in the second. Panthers thought they had a goal. It was called off, so it stayed 2-0. They were able to get another goal at the end of the second period to make it 3-0. Panthers would score early in the third to make it 3-1, give themselves a little bit of hope, but it was too little too late. Oilers scored a couple of empty net goals, make it 5-1, which gave the Oilers a lot of hope. They had come back from 3-0 down and forced a Game 7. That's where we were yesterday. Oilers won 3 straight after being down 3-0 to force the Game 7, trying to reverse sweep. The Panthers were still trying to hold off and avoid having one of the biggest collapses in NHL history, joining teams like I think it was the Detroit Red Wings and the Philadelphia Flyers and the San Jose Sharks, amongst I think one more other team who wound up being reverse swept. So it was an interesting game yesterday. It was a really entertaining game. First period last night, we saw that both teams do really well at the beginning of the game. Panthers were able to score the first goal just a couple of minutes after a power play, thanks to Carter Verhaeghe. Beautiful tip there to give themselves a 1-0 lead. Then we saw a couple of minutes later, Mattias Janmark score to make it a 1-1 game. So that was an interesting goal there that made it 1-1. So that's the way it was at the end of 1-1 game. Both goalies looked pretty good. Both teams looked pretty dialed in, but you could see that the Panthers were a lot more engaged than they were in any of the 3 games prior. In the second period, once again, lots of opportunities, lots of chances for the Oilers, a couple of ones that just go wide of the net, and then the Oilers almost got a goal. Kulikov cleared the puck off the line. The Panthers come right back down the other way, and Sam Reinhart was able to score. With this goal here, thanks to Sam Reinhart, our local square Sportsnet, but Reinhart was able to get the 2-1 leading goal and give the Panthers the lead. And we know in these playoffs, when the Panthers get a lead, it is extremely hard to get the equalizer. And that's the way it was at the end of 2. And apparently the Panthers are 9-0 in these playoffs when they hold a lead going to the third period. So I know that the Oilers were doing really good, but you gotta think at that point in time, like, the Panthers were about to lock it down. And they did. 20 minutes of really good hockey, 20 minutes of Oilers getting chance after chance after chance, put puck on the net, lots of Panthers blocking shots, lots of scrambles in front of the net, lots of chances for the Oilers to put one home, and they can't. The game ends with the Panthers holding the puck in the corner like they usually do to try and end the game. They do it, and for the first time in franchise history, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. So they did not make it easy on themselves. It took a long way to get there. They were up 3-0, could have ended in 4 or 5. They had to end in 7. It was another really hard-fought game. I give the Oilers a ton of credit. They were able to make that a series, and they nearly almost pulled off the comeback, but the Panthers do wind up winning. So it was a fantastic moment there from the Florida Panthers. I can't believe that they do wind up winning. I thought that the Oilers were definitely going to win that one, but the Panthers do wind up winning. So for Florida, that's a very fantastic accomplishment. First cup in franchise history for that team. So we've had back-to-back first-time champions. Last year, Vegas won their first in franchise history. This year, it's Florida. We're now down to only 10 teams who have not won a Stanley Cup yet. That's the Canucks, the Sabres, Sharks, Senators, Jets and Thrashers, Predators, Wild, Jackets, Kraken, and then what used to be the Coyotes, now it's Utah. I'm not sure if the continuation is, but either way, Utah's never won a Stanley Cup either. So there are 10 teams currently in the NHL right now who have never won a Stanley Cup. We'll have to wait and see if we can get the third straight year of a team winning their first ever Stanley Cup next year. So it'll be interesting to see about that. We also saw Connor McDavid win the Conn Smythe, first skater in an extremely long period of time, I think second skater only ever, to win the Conn Smythe while on a losing team. So McDavid was absolutely brilliant, put 42 points. He didn't have a point in game 6 or 7, which was a little bit surprising, but before he was fantastic, put up 11 points in the Cup Final. The only two players who had more points in a playoff run than McDavid were Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky, so I mean he was in elite company, and I don't think it was too much of a surprise that McDavid didn't win the Conn Smythe. I thought Bobrovsky or maybe Barkov would have gotten the Conn Smythe, but it is McDavid, so he was able to get the Conn Smythe. And then we also saw Florida Panthers wind up getting the cup. Barkov got it. He passed it to Sergei Bobrovsky. And then we saw the veterans get it, like Kuliakov, OEL, Ekblad. So it was really interesting to see. And then eventually all the other Panthers players would get it. Paul Maurice got it. So lots of really great storylines. Calipozzo was able to get it. He also got a $500,000 bonus as put into his contract for winning the Stanley Cup. So Pozzo's probably a pretty happy person right now. You also got guys like Kuliakov, who took a long time to get there, but Bobrovsky, who could potentially be a Hockey Hall of Famer now. So there was a lot of really great storylines on that Florida Panthers team. And for our first time in franchise history, the Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. So that's all I'm going to talk about for today. Thanks to all of you guys for another great season here at the End-to-End Hockey Channel. I'll continue to do more things over the next couple of days. We've got free agency, the draft to go through over the next couple of days. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. But I just want to thank you guys for all of your support. I would never been able to do this without all of you guys. I appreciate all this Hockey Channel, and I appreciate the community that we're in right now. So I thank you for all of that, and I just ask that you continue to support me as we continue on through this NHL season and we enter the NHL offseason. So definitely, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think about the Panthers being the 2024 Stanley Cup champions down in the comment section below. That's all I'm going to talk about for today. Remember to like this video, and if you like to subscribe down below. Thank you for your support. We're able to without you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below, and don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section below so we can discuss today's video. I also have a blog talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that, so check that out. I'll link down in the description below, and I can't wait to see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.